Welcome back to another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. We are live from the EXPO and the Cleaning Expo 2025, and we've got Stephen here from Starfield, right? Stardust Cleaning Services. We're going to ask you a few questions, and I hope you enjoy it, guys. All right, to start off, what were you doing before you got into the external cleaning industry?
Before the cleaning industry, I was in financial services for 12 years. So I was working for Commercial Union back in the day, doing mortgages, investments, pensions.
Oh, wow.
Got a diploma in financial services, but just basically fell out of love with it. And my in-laws run a commercial cleaning business, so decided to set up a house cleaning business, and that was in 2000.
And did that work alongside what they were doing? So
I went into it totally separate,
right.
As a house cleaner, and then it progressed into an end of tenancy cleaning business, servicing 19 letting agents.
Right.
So we did everything from windows, carpets, ovens.
Really busy with that.
Flat out.
How many staff, how many vans on the road did you have at that point?
We only had a couple of vans, and we outsourced work because I didn't want to take too many people on, because it was really hard to get people that could do a good job on end of tenancy.
Yeah. So how did the name come about, Stardust Cleaning Services?
My wife chose it.
Really?
My wife came up with it.
It just came up with it one day?
Yeah, she came up with it.
Wicked.
And, it's down to her. So.
Yeah. And so what made you choose external cleaning? Being from the sort of domestic cleaning world, what made you think that's a good...
So we had 19 letting agents, and in 2019 the government changed the rules on tenants, allowing them to use their own ability to clean the house without...
Keep that full. Where's the movie button?
It's this one. There you go.
You're recording, yeah?
Yeah. No, I turned it off. Press it to start, yeah? Yeah. Sorry.
So it enabled then tenants to clean their own properties themselves without having the agent telling them they had to have it professionally cleaned.
Right.
So we lost business overnight. To put you in perspective, one agent would give us 23 grand's worth of work a year. It went down to 2.
Right.
So we had to then decide, right, what do we do? So we closed the operation of end of tenancy, full stop. And we thought, let's go into exterior cleaning. I noticed there was a lot of people, coming into exterior cleaning and setting up, and Rutland pumps were about. So I went and got 10 grand's worth of kit.
So what did you start with when you started exterior cleaning?
So I had 2 pressure washers, 2 whirlaways, hoses, and that was pretty much it.
So were you
got to vax as well.
Were you thinking of specialising in pressure washing as a service and then offering additional services?
Yeah, so I was really testing the market to see what the market would give us on on work. It's an unknown because it's something I hadn't been used to.
Yeah.
Only been used to end of tenancy, which is I can do an end of tenancy with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
And now I'm pressure washing. I'm thinking, okay, drainage, water pressure, all these different factors.
And what was the thought process behind completely shutting down the end of tenancy?
It was sad. Yeah, because 20 years of that business, my main aim in business wasn't to turn over £1 million a year. It was to be comfortable and to have an enjoyable day every day doing what I enjoyed.
Yeah. And you weren't enjoying it?
I wasn't enjoying it when all of a sudden there was no business.
Right. Okay. Do you use a CRM for your business, and how important is it?
Yeah, I do. I use Active Campaign.
Right.
So anybody that does a download price on the website or does a form automatically goes into a CRM, and then from them I can section them into either a customer that's inquired about gutters, pressure washing, and then each 3 months they'll get a automated email about offers and things that can come up and when their next schedules to be booked.
And do you think that's created a lot of work for you, doing that automated follow-up process?
It keeps the work in hand that someone that you've done 6 months ago isn't going to go and call ABC cleaning.
Because you put your name back in front of them.
You're constantly in front of them. And then it's a good way to be in touch with them and get referrals.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. What are your top 3 forms of marketing?
So my website, I spend a huge amount of time. I've built my own website, I've done all my SEO, I've done all my own blog posts. We rank well on SEO. We also do Google Ads. Don't believe in Facebook, not my ideal customer. I just don't want to be doing with the people that are just fishing for cost. and then we do leaflets.
Okay. And then you would rank them in that order, would you? Website, Google, leaflets.
Yeah.
And what are your... So from the leaflet point of view, and this is an interesting question because do you do window cleaning at the moment?
We don't, but we're actually setting up a business to do window cleaning.
So a lot of the people we talk to about leaflets, they do window cleaning, where cost of acquisition is much higher than other forms of marketing, but you get a better customer.
Yeah.
If you're doing pressure washing, gutter empties, roof cleaning on leaflets, do you find that you get a much better conversion rate or a better cost per acquisition?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the guy like Rayleigh and other people that have do sort of 20,000 leaflets, you're getting about 0.3, 0.27% return. Right. It's really, I think I'm going to go if we're going to set up this window, I'm going to go door knocking. Yeah. Like Lee Pryor. I'm going to go, because I'm a gift of the gab talker from the financial days.
It is the best way.
But knock on the door, be polite, dress smart, and have a conversation. Yeah. I'm of an older generation, so that's an advantage that I'm not 20 years old and I'm 59 this year. Yeah,
I think you are right. I was talking to a fellow last night who had a canvasser who had sort of semi-retired, and he said he would come back, he would do 2 to 3 hours and he'd come back with 15 customers. And I think he just connected better with people, if people feel less threatened by him. Yeah. He's not sort of a young, boisterous bloke who you feel like someone's selling to you. Yeah. And I think that does make a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your highlight of your business career so far?
I suppose on a job, 3 jobs come to mind. In 2019, when we just done the tendency stop, we still did sort of after builders or move out cleans, and one of them was in 2022, which was for Lotus, who were moving out of Wellingborough, and we had to do a full factory clean, fresh wash floors, carpets, the lot, which equated to sort of 25k plus VAT. And then in the next month we had Silverstone.
Wow.
And that was to clean the whole roof of the wing, which is 10,000 square meters. It took us 10 days, 2 people, me and my son did it, and that was 30 grand. So in 2 months we had 60 grand worth of work from 2 jobs. So I've met a lot of different people. I've cleaned the late George Harrison's house in Henley-on-Thames, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, personal favourite, that one.
Yeah, so Silverstone would be the personal favourite, and we do that every year now.
Oh, wicked, that's awesome.
So we do clean all the grandstands and clean all the wing and the pit garages.
They're obviously happy with what you've done there.
yeah, definitely.
So what's the plan for the next year? Where do you want to take your business?
So we're going to be moving from Lincolnshire back into Central Midlands, and the plan is to really push the business in the schemes of Nottingham, Derby, Leicester, Rugby, Birmingham, set up a window cleaning business. Got a few other businesses I've got in mind that I want to do, and basically just go for it.
So you're really looking to expand and
I've been on my own for some time now, and I'm thinking retirement's around the corner. So I'm just going to throw everything at it.
Perfect. What's the most challenging decision you've made for your business?
I suppose the most challenging was going from end of tendency to pressure washing and exterior cleaning, being totally unknown.
Taking that leap
and literally getting rid of all the carpet machinery, all the oven tanks, all the window cleaning equipment, and just buying pressure washers. It was like starting all over again.
Yeah, well that is a big
having to change the website from spring clean, deep clean, carpets, ovens and everything else to exterior cleaning.
That's a big change. I think we've covered that you've been tempted to expand your services. It sounds like the next year you've got that planned. What would have been your biggest mistake since starting your business?
Not growing.
You think
Not growing from day one.
So not having coasting.
My education was poor. not having people around me that could guide me and give me direction of where I could be now 20 years, 25 years later. I'm not saying I'm not happy, but where could I have been 25 years if I'd had that guidance?
Yeah, absolutely. And we like to finish off these podcasts with just a light-hearted question. So what do you do for fun in your spare time?
Go walking.
Walking, yeah.
Go drinking wine with my wife.
Sounds perfect.
And having time off in the week with my wife. And my children are 26 and 24, so obviously they're older, but spending time with family.
Wicked. Perfect. Thank you very much, Stephen.
You're very
really
welcome.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, we're here today with
Antonio
from
Braintree.
and what's your company called?
Right, waste windows and gutter cleaning.
Right, here we go. This is the Uncleanables quick fire round. Oh, let me see if I don't fall off this chair. Right,
Same.
Antonio, what do you spend the most of your time doing in a day?
To be honest, just cleaning windows.
Yeah?
Yep, to be honest, cleaning windows.
So windows is the main thing?
Yeah, windows is the main thing. Have a few gutters here and there, but try not to advertise gutters. They're mainly from existing customers.
Yeah, it's as and when. Ladder or a water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole, not going up that ladder, mate.
What's the most houses you've cleaned in a shift?
Probably 14.
14?
Yeah, probably 14 on my own.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
What did I find? It was on the last one I did. What was it? It was some plastic thing, and I have no idea how it got up there.
Was it like a toy or something?
Yeah, it was like a plastic, like a broken bit of plastic. That's all I can say.
Oh, when you're thinking, how on earth?
yeah. Why is that up there?
What's the? Do you ever do any work for someone famous or influential person you ever work with?
No, not yet. Not yet.
No,
Hopefully.
Round the corner, mate. It's round the corner. Do you offer pressure washing? No.
No, I thought about it, but
So this question is the larger pressure washing job in square meters. So what's the biggest house you've got on your round?
biggest house. Probably a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's probably about it.
And what's the worst part of your day?
First cleans. Absolutely despise them.
Do you go in with all the chemicals and armour?
Yeah, to start with. So I try and bring them up brand new to start with. I think when I turn up and I look at them, I think, oh, you ain't had a window cleaner in a while. They go, no, a couple of months ago. And I'm like, whoa.
Maybe 24 months
Yeah,
ago.
do you know what I mean? Like, I like to bring them up brand new because they'll just annoy me.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, if you could clean any famous landmark, what would it be?
Any famous landmark?
Anything.
I would go for the London Eye.
Really?
Yeah, I would go for the London Eye. Because imagine being the one to clean that.
So your water-fed pole, cleaning
Yes.
every pod.
Imagine that. That'd be well cool.
You'd never do it trad, would you?
No. Well, to be honest, my trad skills are terrible. Buddy.
Mate, I think, are you meant to get better at trad? Mate, I'm still learning. What's the least favourite thing to clean?
Least favourite thing? Least favourite thing to clean? I would go with a door. A door. That's got a lot of the...
That's a great shout.
Yeah?
You know, with all the indents and
Yeah,
the panels.
oh, yeah,
I
so
know
annoying.
exactly what you mean.
I have to get the cloth out all the time.
Right. So you watched the podcast?
Yep, I started last week.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Oh, so you're quite new to
Very
it?
new.
Right, so we haven't battered you down just yet. So listen, describe the Uncleanables podcast to someone who's never seen it.
Describe it. Funny. I think they're both good guys. I think some of the people you have on there are great. Like, I just enjoy learning.
Oh, so you take away?
Yeah,
you take a
of
lot
course.
from
Every
it?
time. Every
Really?
time. I watched the Partridge.
Yeah.
I watched that one the other. Well, whilst in bed.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned quite a lot about that because I've been thinking about roof scraping for a while.
Yeah.
And I think now no.
What an interesting episode. Last one, little funny one. Your
Go on.
go-to karaoke song.
In Greek, yeah, Iglesias, my hero.
Mate, you do that at karaoke?
Yeah, mate,
we need
damn
to get a couple of mics in it. Antonio, it's been a pleasure. Thanks, guys.
So-
and what do we say at the end? Stay cleaning.
Yes, stay clean.
Well played.
What do you spend the most time doing on a working day?
Do I spend probably clearing the shit out of my van from a day of gutter cleaning, to be honest.
Are we ladder or water-fed pole?
If I'm doing any sort of faces, it's always water pole.
Water-fed pole. Most houses you've cleaned in a single shift. I know you're not a window cleaner now, but...
Yeah, so if we just talk
Let's hang on. How many gutters have you cleared in a single shift?
in a day, the most probably houses.
Yeah.
I'd say 10.
10 houses. 10 gutter clears in a day
10
is
gutter
wild.
clears, yeah.
Weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
I I found you remember those old troll toy things?
Yeah.
I found those in there. I found a Game Boy once. And
Game Boy?
A Game Boy, an actual Game Boy, yeah.
How annoyed would you be if you lost your Game Boy?
Oh mate, yeah, looking for a few, thinking where it
It's
is,
in
up
the
on
car.
the roof, yeah.
Most famous person you've worked for?
I've done. There was an old footballer, Chris Perry, who played for Tottenham. That was many years ago, though. But apart from that, I've probably done others. I just didn't know about it.
Yeah. You don't do any pressure washing, do you? So let's do largest gutter clearing job ever.
Company in Benfleet called can't even remember what they're called now. But I think it was about 800 metres of gutter.
Worst part of your day?
Clearing up.
If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you choose?
How about the gutters on Buckingham Palace?
Least favourite thing to clean?
Windows.
Windows. No one likes windows. If you could describe the Uncleanables podcast to someone who hasn't seen it, how would you describe it?
Informational, but with a funny, low-key element to it.
And what's your go-to karaoke song?
Patrick Swayze, She's Like the Wind.
Give us a verse.
She's like the wind. That's it. That's what you're getting.
Well done, mate.
Right, Seis and the SB Cleaning Service. SD Cleaning Services. And whereabouts are you based?
Oban, Scotland.
Right, Seis, what do you spend your most time doing in a day?
Working
As in, what? Cleaning windows, pressure washing?
as mixture of work. Like one day could be pressure washing, next day cleaning, carpet cleaning.
Yeah.
Third day windows.
You do windows, you do
yeah.
carpets. Gotcha. Are you ladder when you clean windows, or you water fed pole?
Water fed pole.
Fed pole. And what's the most houses you've done in a day?
Flats was over 30.
Really? So is this all flats in one location?
One area is different blocks of flats, but
And do you empty gutters?
yes, I do.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a gutter? The strangest thing?
It's not strangers, but it was spirit level.
Yeah? In a gutter? And do you work with anyone famous at the minute? Have you cleaned anyone famous house?
Kinda. I cleaned someone's famous mum's windows.
Oh really? Can you say who it is?
Bob McIntyre, a golfer.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, okay. That's incredible. And do you do pressure washing?
Yes, I do.
And what's the biggest pressure washing job you've had in square meter?
I don't know in square meter, but just finished 2 days ago 18 deckings in one area.
18 decking?
18 deckings.
And you're pressure washing them? And do you seal them after or just leave
No,
them?
we just wonder because it's commercial properties, 18 showers. So
Oh wow.
it's not big deckings, but
It's a lot of them.
yeah.
And what's the worst part of your day? What's the worst job you have?
Worst. Don't even know. It depends how tired you are.
What's the worst part about windows?
About windows,
Yeah.
bad weather.
Yeah, in the rain, yeah?
Yeah.
So it don't matter how dirty they are, you just don't like the rain.
Yeah.
And if you could clean any famous landmark, anything in the world, what would you clean?
Famous Big Ben.
You clean Big Ben?
Um,
Mate, how big would the pole need to be? 120 foot?
I'm pretty sure the people doing on the ropes.
On the right, yeah, the abseiling,
when
yeah.
I did the training, a guy was there who was actually cleaning Big Ben.
Oh, yeah. You can see them every now and then,
Yeah.
can't you? And what's your least favourite thing to clean?
Least. Probably wash your gutters.
Yeah?
Wash it out. So.
Yeah, because when you're looking after. Right, so do you watch the podcast?
Yes, I do.
So if you was to describe the podcast, yeah, to someone who hasn't seen us before, what would you say?
Just look at it. It's great.
Funny, yeah?
Yeah, funny,
Right.
and see how you didn't have the episode this Wednesday.
Yeah.
I was working with cleaning. I would keep looking at the phone.
So we had you know about the hard drive?
Yeah.
Man, so it's still with them and we're waiting to hear back. As soon as we hear back, we'll let everyone know.
Yeah.
But at the minute, it's who knows.
Is there any hopes?
I'm hopeful. I mean, It wasn't in a fire. It wasn't damaged or anything. It just decided to just not work one day. But we've got back corrupted files before, and I think like if we're sending it to a multi-million-pound company, they're going to have the machines. Yeah. And last but not least, the karaoke. What's your favourite karaoke song? Go-to karaoke song.
Summer of '69.
Easy, nice one. It's been a pleasure, mate. What do we say at the end?
Stay cleaning.
So, what do you spend the most time doing in a day? Working. Ladder or water-fed pole? Water-fed pole. Most houses you've cleaned in a shift?
I don't know, maybe I would say around 20 odd. We're commercial now, so I spend a long time.
Okay, there we go. Weirdest thing you've ever found in a gutter?
Probably a bottle.
Most famous person you've worked for?
Can't think of no one in particular.
Largest pressure washing job in square metres?
Well, I've just quoted one for 800 square metres.
Woo, that's a big one. Worst part of your day?
Worst part of my day? Getting home when you're knackered to the kids who just want to...
If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you choose?
Big Ben.
Big Ben, that's a good one. Least favourite thing to clean?
Probably fascias when they're like rotten or stubborn.
Just, if you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who's never seen it before, how would you describe us?
A perfect sort of introduction to the industry. Anyone starting or beginning, this is what you need to get in.
I like it. What's your go-to karaoke song?
You put me on the spot for this one.
I'm going to get you to sing it afterwards.
I'll try and think. I can't think off the top of my head what my go-to is. Some sort of, I don't know, R&B, Chris Brown.
Love it. Nice one. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
well done, mate.
Right, guys, we are joined today with
Ben from Gutter Legends.
Look that way, Ben. Ben from Gutter Legends.
Yep.
And what areas do you cover, Ben?
Wiltshire, about 25 miles around from Wiltshire.
Yeah.
We're down south. Yep.
And what do you specialise in? It's gutters, isn't it?
Yeah, so gutter vacuuming, cleaning, UPVC cleans, conservatory cleans.
All that sort of thing.
Yeah.
What do you spend the most time of your day doing, Ben?
A mixture of things, really. We sort of do 3 to 4 jobs a day.
Yeah.
And then when we're not working, it's out canvassing, drumming up. Yeah. Fly dropping. It's a 2-year-old business, but really enjoying. Really enjoying it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, are you obviously, if you're cleaning the gutters, are you getting up there by hand and washing them, or are you water-fed pole?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending.
Keep it mixed up.
We do a lot of residential, but we do commercial stuff as well. So a bit of both.
And then this is for window cleaners. This question: most houses you've cleaned in a shift, so then it'll be like, how many gutters have you emptied in a shift? What's been your busiest day?
7 to 8 in a day.
7 to 8 whole houses, all gutters done?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you work with anyone famous?
No.
No?
No.
Never emptied someone's like Simon Cowell's gutters or anything?
No, I haven't.
I done Jesus's, because I emptied the gutters on a church once, so that's my go-to.
We have actually done a few churches, and we do almshouses as well. So
whose houses?
Almshouses.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Really old historic buildings.
What's the largest gutter job you've ever had?
325 linear metres, gutters cleared, for the almshouses. Yeah.
Wow, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Is that one property? Or is that a couple of properties?
It's one site, but a mixture of different properties. So like an old hospital building that's now residential accommodation, and then bungalows. Incredible. Yeah, that was a good one.
What's the worst part of your job?
Worst part of my job? Time wasters. When it comes to pricing up work, and 90% of customers are fantastic, but 10% that are just there to waste your time.
And you always get them on like a Friday or the last part of the day, didn't you?
Yeah.
I always find time wasters play you to the whistle.
Or it'd be a message on Sunday morning. And it's they've got no intention.
And it's got to be done now, and you get there and it's like, actually, mate, no. You think, if you could clean any landmark, any famous landmark, empty the gutters on any famous landmark in the world, what would it be?
Oh, wow. That's a fantastic question.
Interesting one.
Blimey. Oh, dear. a bit stumped there. Where would you choose?
Do you know what? I was thinking something along the lines of cleaning probably something like the Taj Mahal.
Oh wow, blimey.
Do you know what I mean?
Fantastic.
It'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
To like sit back at the end of it and be like, yeah, we cleaned that. So I've had Big Ben, a couple of people have said Big Ben. Some dude said he'd like to water-fed fold the London Eye. He'd like to clean every pond.
Wow, what a contract that would be. That'd be amazing.
You could do the White House.
Yeah.
Cool thing. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in a gutter?
You find lots of tennis balls. Nothing really weird or extreme, but
do you get lots of bones in gutters, or is that just me?
yeah, no, that's
It's quite natural, isn't it? Yeah.
Animals that maybe been up on the roof that have come down, birds that the bones have ended up in the gutter.
So just tennis balls, yeah?
Yeah, nothing extreme.
Mate, I was expecting you to blow me away. What's your least favourite thing to clean? Like, least favourite part of your job in terms of cleaning?
Least favourite. I like a really filthy clean, so life would be really boring if we just turned up and I want a lot in the gutters. So
yeah.
a real filthy clean hasn't been done for years, and you can stand back, show the client before and after pictures,
And they're blown away by it.
That's invoicing.
That's a good point, you know.
Job satisfaction.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Totally. That's a really good point. Right. So you watch the podcast?
I do, yeah. So I'm playing catch up really. The last sort of 2 months I've been, you guys are doing a fantastic job.
Right.
Absolutely, motivational.
So
really enjoy it.
Cheers, buddy. I appreciate that, man. So describe the Uncleanables podcast as someone that's never seen it before.
Informative, fun, it's really motivational. So you've been out on a few jobs in all weathers and you've come back and it just lifts your spirits. I really enjoy listening to podcasts.
Right, last question then, Ben. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Are you doing it for a certain time?
Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Oh, that's quality tune.
Classic.
That's a quality tune. Ben, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Do you know what we say at the end?
Keep cleaning.
Stay cleaning.
Stay cleaning.
Ben, it's a pleasure.
What do you spend most of your time doing, Lee?
Counting my money.
Ladder or water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole.
How many houses have you done in one shift as a business?
As a business,
Yeah.
in a day?
Yeah, go on.
350.
Wow. Weirdest thing you found on a job or seen or job?
Dead body.
Oh my God.
That wasn't me, that was one of my staff.
That's not great either. Most famous person you've worked for or most influential person?
Oh, maybe Peter Andre or Judi Dench.
Wow, that's incredible.
There's a few others, don't know if I want to say them.
Largest window cleaning job?
A private secondary school near us when I was still on my own on the tools, inside and out. Took me 3 weeks.
Bloody hell.
And then I nearly died.
Worst part of your day?
When someone in my office rings to tell me that the van's been driven into a brick wall again.
Is that most days?
It does happen. It happened last week.
If you could clean any famous landmark in the world, what would you choose?
Oh, that's difficult. Big Ben.
Big Ben.
The clock face.
Second person to say
Really?
that today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Least favourite thing to clean?
Fascias.
Fascias. If you could describe the Uncleanables podcast as someone who hasn't seen it, how would you describe us?
Geezers with a camera and a microphone.
What's your go-to karaoke song, Lee?
Love Shack.
Give us a verse.
Love Shack, baby!
Yeah, come on. Well done, mate. Well done. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are met with
Will from Penguin Exterior Cleaning.
Penguin Exterior Cleaning. And Will, you don't do windows?
Very rarely, yeah. One-off things, maybe.
What's your main bread and bar?
Pressure washing, gutter vacuum.
Ready for 10 questions?
Go on then.
Right, so what do you spend the most time of your day doing?
Say, probably pressure washing, yeah.
Yeah? Ladder or water-fed pole? Do you do gutters?
Water-fed pole, yeah.
Yeah? What's the biggest pressure washing job you've ever done?
About about 200 square metre block paving.
How long that take you?
All day.
Horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weirdest thing, did you say you empty gutters?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
I've not had anything weird.
Nothing strange?
No. Just big chunks of grass.
Have you done any work for anyone famous or influential?
No, not that I think of.
What's the worst part of your day? What's the worst part of your job?
When there's no drainage.
Oh, and it all pulls up, yeah. You end up just sweeping it all over the garden. If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you clean?
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower?
Yeah,
that's quite a cool one. And what's your least favourite thing to clean?
Windows. Windows, yeah.
What do you spend most of your time doing in a day?
That's a tricky question, that. I suppose exterior cleaning.
Wall ladder or water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole.
How many houses are you cleaned in a single shift?
I haven't got a system, so I'd say the most I try and aim for is 10.
Weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
I'd say a hammer.
Most famous person you've worked for?
Not sure I've worked for anyone famous.
No, fair enough. Fair. Largest pressure washing job in square metres?
It was the school when we spoke before, so I'd say that was roughly 5,000 square metres.
Incredible. What's the worst part of your day?
When something breaks on the job, like a hose splits, and then I'm thinking I've got no spares.
If you could clean any famous landmark, which would you choose?
Liverpool Football Club.
Least favourite thing to clean?
Oh, this is tricky. Roofs.
If you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who's never watched it, how would you describe us?
Unique. Yeah, unique.
Go-to karaoke song?
Teo Cruz, Like a Star.
And see us out with a verse? I'm winding up. I nearly did it then.
Hello everyone and welcome to an episode on the Uncleanables Podcast. I'm joined with
James Neville.
And James Neville, which company are you from?
PCS Exterior Cleaning.
And PCS is your company?
It is.
What I can gather?
Yeah.
Okay James, what were you doing before you got into the industry?
No, I've done it from school. Straight from school. 20 years ago I started, when I was 16.
You left? Yeah?
I left school. My best mate, who later became my best man, and he's here today with me. He started me off on a ladder in the back of my car. Every time you broke, he used to hit the window and break the window a little bit. And then he still works for me now. So
really?
Yeah, 20 years on.
So your name's James and the company's called PCS?
PCS, yeah.
How'd you come up with the name?
It was Peterborough, where I'm from, Cleaning Solutions, but we go bigger than Peterborough now, so it's just PCS.
Oh, so you started off as
Cleaning Solutions.
I've always liked the name of having the geographical area in a name. I've always liked that. I always thought that
it's
works
good
a lot
if it's
better.
a big area, like Essex. You could have Essex in an area, but if you're Peterborough, it's a little town, you know. But you can go bigger than that.
So, what made you choose window cleaning? I know you've done it from school.
Well, it's just easy money.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Did you see anyone do it though?
Yeah, I've seen lots of people do it, and I've got mates and lots of family that do it as well. So I've seen it working, and you can scale it so easily. That's what draw me to it. You know, if I've got a job paying you 20 grand a year, what's the progression? You're just going to get managerial, another 10 grand, another 10 grand. But you know, soon you've got 100 customers to 500 customers to 1,000 customers. It's a big progression, isn't it?
Massive.
Quickly as well.
Massive.
Yeah.
When did you start seeing? When did the bulb moment hit and you go, I can scale this?
COVID. I got really busy COVID. Everybody wanted their windows done, and I was like, I can do this. And I was one man by myself in a van, and now I'm 4 vans, 4 employees, each in a van from COVID. So 4 or 5 years.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone mad.
That's incredible.
Absolutely mad.
We was actually talking about this last night, and a lot of people said that. I know it's going to sound silly, but because you spend so much more time at home, a lot more got done.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And people weren't spending any money. So they had lots of spare money, lots of disposable money, they call it, don't they?
Yeah. Do you know, you say that, we had a fella, I don't know if you see it, there was a fella called Milton Keynes Loftboarding.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched them all.
And ultimately, I think he would probably be fair in saying this, he made most of his money during COVID because everyone was at home and needed an office to work from, and the loft weren't boarded.
Yeah.
It's just so silly, and it's like, it makes so much sense.
Definitely.
It's insane, isn't it?
Clever stuff.
Right, so do you use a CRM for your business, and how important is it?
I'm old school, so I literally last month went from a diary from my 1,200 customers, 1,300 customers to a worker.
That was a Bible, mate, not a diary.
It took me a month to input all the customers into a worker. I couldn't get on with any other ones. I tried them all, Squeegee and Cleaner Planner and all that. I didn't like the way it works, but a worker's simple, so simple.
And so, how often are these being cleaned then?
Once a month or once every couple of months.
So you 4 weekly or monthly?
4 and 8.
4 and 8.
Yeah.
Okay, it's quite easy. Right, okay then. What's your top 3 forms of marketing for your business, and have you spent a lot over the years?
So in the last 4 or 5 years, it's gone mad. Facebook, I pay a company about £1,000 a month to do all social media stuff, and they bring in big jobs for it. It works well. What's it called on Google? Where, like, find my business or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Where it's on your house.
Yeah.
We got to go to a unit. I found out the other day. You can't run big business from your house for noise aspects and stuff like that. You have to move to a business premises. I didn't know you had a certain size business. You have to move.
Is that right?
And I'm over it now, so I've got to move.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell me then before COVID. So you was a one-man band. You went into COVID. Did anything change for you, or just business picked up?
Business just went mad. Yeah. I've had people help me out over the years.
Yeah.
But I got my first employee 21.
Yeah.
And now we're at 4 employees plus me. So.
And you've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
Mate, that growth's crazy.
It's mad.
It's mad. It's like you almost took the blinkers off during COVID, and now you're running.
But like 2021 and subsequent years, I've bought big rounds as well.
Right. Okay.
So I bought a 25 grand round total. That's about £5 a month. I bought one recently, about 12 miles away from the premises. That was I paid £5 grand, and it was £3 a month worth of work. So that was a steal, absolute steal. But old man retiring, traditional, and I converted it all to what fed.
How many did you lose?
I bought 320 customers and lost 18.
That's sensational.
For £5 grand.
That's sensational.
Mad.
That's a business ready to go, isn't it?
Yeah. But then the Facebook side and Google and all that bloke looks after for me, they bring the big jobs. So they send me to like Gateshead to go and clean a big office. Or
from Facebook?
Yeah, from Facebook. I did Coca-Cola premises in London.
Oh, for Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.
Mate.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Facebook, you won't get big tickets.
No, Facebook's genius.
It's colossal.
Genius.
Yeah.
If you're marketing for the right thing, my roof cleaning works really well on Facebook because you can show them. You can show them the video of you doing it, and then you can show them. I've got onto what they call where you can pay in instalments, Klarna and ClearPay. Yeah. I offer all those. Right.
I was going to say
for the bigger ticket stuff.
Brilliant.
So you charge 1,500 quid for a roof. Yeah. They can pay in 3 instalments, 500 quid. Yeah. They're more likely to take it on.
Yeah. So I looked at that as well because, funny enough, the fellow who done the loftboarding offers that, and then I was talking to him one night, and he said, it's called Candidly, the company uses.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I just couldn't get on board with their rates. I just found their rates a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But obviously, you just got to factor it in.
Yeah. Just had it on the top.
I suppose it's different. Like I'm setting out. My margins are massively important to me. Do you know what I mean?
If I was at your stage, I'd stick to the one thing. If you diversify too much, you just spread too thin.
So social media for you, that's a good form of marketing.
Yeah, and I knock on doors like every single day. Yeah. All of my lads knock on doors every day.
Really?
You know, you clean a house. I don't have one house in one street. Say there's 5 houses in the street. Yeah. You'd knock the rest of the street if you're there. If it takes 10 minutes more, it takes 10 minutes. Yeah. You pick up. You know, I did on yesterday. We're in Stamford near Peterborough. Clean a house, 20 quid. Next door neighbour comes out over the fence. Can you do mine? Yeah, £20. And then you get fascias, soffits, and gutters, £200. And then his roof done £1,500. And I spoke to the chap before. Yeah, great. Add on like that.
Right. Okay. There's one more.
Go for it.
No.
Oh, what to do? Leaflets.
Social media?
Leaflets.
So are you big on leaflets?
Like leaflets, lots, but always giving them out every day. Not like prior where you send out millions.
Yeah.
Just every day, put it through the customers' friends and houses.
Yeah.
I also saw on James Sinclair's podcast, who I watch as well. He was giving a mug to every customer, putting 10 business cards in the mug, and saying, "You're a valued customer of mine. Have a mug on us, but also can you give those business cards
to 10 mates,
to 10 mates, 10 family, 10 neighbours?" It's gone mad. They text me, "Oh, I got it, and I gave it to my friend who got your mug, and when you do my windows."
No way. Oh,
right.
you've implemented
Yeah, I've done it already. Yeah.
Done.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "That's genius."
Yeah.
Genius. Yeah.
So does that bring your acquisition cost down per customer?
Yes, it's about.
So what's about £6, £5?
Yeah, if that.
See, it's crazy, isn't
you
it?
get a mug printed for £2.
If I turn around and said to someone, "I'll give you £25 off your next clean" or whatever, they'd be like, "All right." If I gave them a box of chocolates and a cup, they'd be like, "Yeah, mate, you're my best friend."
Yeah.
It's insane, isn't it?
Definitely.
It's crazy. I've always thought about that as well. Like,
I did a bigger business in the council. I wanted to get in with the council.
Yeah.
So they gave me the postal office of these different councils I wanted to get to, and I put a tea bag stapled to a £10 note, stapled to the letter with my business card on it, and said I want to take it out for a coffee or a tea, and I got 4 responses, and I have to work for these councils.
That's great.
£10, a tea bag, and I want to meet you for a cup of tea. And they did. No, for a cup of tea, now do work with them.
It's just them little things.
Genius. That's all from social media, learning from these sort of podcasts.
People buy off people. I love to see it. What's been a highlight in your career so far?
Don't know. We did Hilton Hotel, 8 stories up at Luton. We were on pole. We were pole, 8 stories up.
How many folks holding the bottom of it?
No, just me at the bottom. It was mad. I don't think I'd do it now.
What length was that pole?
It's 85, Ionic 85.
Mate,
so it's slightest bit of wind, you got to catch it. It's mad. And from that, we did the penthouse. There's a penthouse on the top that you could go into. He has his own gym and stuff like that. Multi-millionaire, helicopter pad on the top. And he said, "Can you clean the penthouse in and out?" Yeah, like £500 just added onto the job. Yeah, we did hotel at Heathrow, Holiday Inn, and all the cladding on the outside. That's my biggest ticket sale so far.
How did you price that, if you don't mind me asking?
I've got a friend of mine who took a cut of the job, got us in. I think he just gave him a business card and got in, and he showed us around, showed us what he wanted, and I said to him, "What do I need to do to get the job?" I said, "Where are you at? What's your budget?" And he told me, and I just put it £1 less. I got a job. Simple as that. But that was my biggest ticket item ever.
Was it?
Yeah.
Can you tell us or not?
It was £20
to clean down a hotel. That's incredible. How long did it take you?
Well, there's parts of it. Sorry, we did £8 off the work for him so far, and then there's coming up. There's another 8 and then a 4. So total will be £20.
Gorgeous, mate.
But that initial £8 took 3 days.
How did you wash it down?
Just water-fed pole.
Water-fed pole you done,
Yeah.
What, a couple of geezers on cranes or?
Yeah, on a cherry picker. But you can reach up that high. Most of them you can reach up. I'm comfortable about 6-7 stories up on a pole. More than that, I don't like. It's too high.
What's your plans for next year?
Growth.
Yeah.
I want to do $500,000 next year, turnover, and then what my own unit, because I've got to move out the unit. Another van or 2.
What are you turning over now?
Roughly about half that, 250 roughly.
And you've got 5 vans?
Yeah, 4 vans, because I use one of them as well.
Are you out every day?
Yeah, at the moment. I want to be off tools by the end of this year as well.
What's each van roughly bringing in? Is that 60 odd K?
It's about $90,000 a year.
90 grand each van?
Yeah. But the thing is, you've got to have a decent worker for that. You can't just get some, Joe Bloggs off the street, go and earn me $90,000, like the other guy's doing. You got to train them up. They got 3 months of shadowing me before they're out on the road.
Yeah.
They should know every single customer that they're going to be doing.
Like, it's funny, isn't it? You know this more than anyone, and I've started to learn it now. You take someone, like I don't think I know everything about Windows yet. I know I don't yet, and I don't think I'm necessarily the fastest or the most safest or however you look at it. when you take someone who's never picked up a water-fed pole before, the plant pots they pull off the ground, the snags they yank and that, and it's like, whoa, like now, then I look at it, I go, I've actually learned an awful lot more than what I give myself credit. Do you see what I mean?
Are you heated? Yeah, heated water.
No. Are you?
Yeah, do it.
Gravy.
It's completely different. It's second to none compared to the cold water system.
Cleans better?
100%. Like your dishes at home, you don't clean with cold water, do you?
Yeah, but
why do you clean your dishes with hot water? Why is your washing machine hot? Why is your dishwasher hot?
I would say, arguably, I'm not cleaning grease off a window. It's a different type. It's a contaminant. It's not like.
I would say,
it's not lasagna, is it?
If an average lad goes out and does 350 to 400 pound a day in 8 hours with cold water and manual hose reel, if you put electric hose reel and you put hot water, you could make that 500 pound a day in the same amount of time.
Yeah,
I reckon you could add 100 pound a day in the same amount of time. Just from the investment of electric hose reel, which is a massive time saver, and reeling hose reel, who does that anymore? And hot water.
Wow, I feel attacked.
No, you won't. Go and buy one, they're $3.99.
I know.
All in.
I was talking to a fella last night. I was talking to Ben from Kings, and I said about
I've used them.
He said about the electric hose reel, and I went, I said, mate, I hate it, reeling it in. I said, and sometimes I hit my knuckles on the ground. He went, what, you load it off the fan? I went, yeah.
You put it on the floor?
Mate,
no.
I feel like a caveman. But listen, it's all getting upgraded because I'm new to it.
Definitely.
Right,
you got to invest to make it as well.
Totally.
You got to keep investing.
I didn't realise how efficient they made you the electric hose reels.
Oh, great!
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
As long as you take your stuff back to the van every time, it just follows you.
Do you know? It got me thinking that I think some jobs I actually spend longer doing the reel than I do actually cleaning.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
For the sake of 400 quid, that was life changing. That would be.
I can imagine. What's the most challenging decision you've made for your business?
Second van was pretty big. That was a big step to go from the van. I had an employee in my van with me to getting a second van and putting him in the second van and me having a van, 2 men out. And then I did it wrong because I put 2 men in one van and they don't earn as much.
Need to, do you?
You don't earn as much. And Pryor does it, and I think Abacus does it as well. They're one-man operative.
One man, that's it, yeah. And Pryor actually, he stood on his business when he said that, and he's like, no, it's not a double hose reel because it's 1 man per van. Why would you have 2? As in, shot it down instantly, straight in the back of the head. Yeah, brilliant.
So 1 man by himself, say they do £400. You have 2 men in their 2-man van. You're only going to do £600. So it's not double.
No, it's not.
You had 2 vans out, it's double.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense. Have you ever been tempted to expand your services?
Yeah, we do a lot. To be fair, I do roofs, patios, driveways, everything like that. But I have them as more as add-ons. I wouldn't go do a load of roofs. I do maybe 1 a week. Roofs, patios. Went for customers. I don't go after new patios.
Okay. So you. Oh, right. Okay.
When it cleans your bread and butter, so keep your 1,300 customers happy, and do their roofs, do their patios, do their gutters. New stuff will come in, but I'm not actively seeking.
Do you reckon we can go and get him to turn that over up?
Yeah.
Friday,
can you hear it?
Yeah. What's your biggest mistake since starting your business?
Trying to get other people involved with my business. So I'm trying to have partners and people to help you out, or investors, or anything like that. Whereas if you do it yourself, I've only got me to answer to. Yeah, other people make it complicated.
So did you get bitten by that?
Yeah, I've brought people out before, and and you buy a round, and the window cleaner wants to stay on. No, finish it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I employed a window cleaner. It came with a business that I bought the round. That was at 25 grand a round. I paid 25 grand for 5 grand. It came with a van and a worker, and the worker stayed on for a year. But he was rubbish. And I was like, well, I've wasted all that time for a year. You've got to find ways of firing them properly and all that, and it just takes such a long time. Just buy the work and make them yours.
Right, last question.
Go for it.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I've got a little girl, so I spend a lot of time with her.
Oh, right. What age is she?
She's 3.
Oh, mate. Yeah, your hands full there.
I'm a busy man.
There's no time for fun now.
Yeah, definitely.
Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you
very much. No worries.
Stay cleaning.
I try to say as well. Stay cleaning.
Stay cleaning. Love it.
Cheers, mate.
What do you spend the most time doing in a day?
What, work day or normal day?
Work day.
Window cleaning, probably.
Window cleaning. Ladder or water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole.
Most houses you've cleaned in a single shift?
Oh, I'm quite lazy. I speak to you and you said you do like 20 odd. I have probably done like 12.
12.
I think 12's a lot. 12 window cleans in a day is a lot.
It's
especially
respectable.
if they're not like two up, two downs.
Weirdest thing you've done, weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
A Barbie.
A Barbie?
A Barbie, yeah.
That's wild.
I tried to clean it and take it home,
Yeah.
but I don't know what the thought process was.
Most famous person or influential person you've worked for?
Peter Jones.
Peter Jones.
Dragon's Den.
Largest pressure washing job in square metres?
The same job. Peter Jones' job.
How big was it?
I don't know. It was like a 400 car park space.
It took like 4 days, didn't it?
Car park, yeah.
Do you reckon it'd take you 4 days now?
Yeah, it'll probably take me longer. I'm aged, mate.
What's the worst part of your day?
Waking up.
It's just miserable, isn't it?
Right. It's only downhill from there.
If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you choose?
Ooh, famous landmark. What other answers have you had today? Just so
I've not. You're the first one.
Oh, really?
I've done.
I don't know. What would you clean?
I've been tied up, my man. I've been
Tied up. Busy
People
guy.
have been wanting me.
Desirable individual. I don't know. What would you? Desirable landmark.
Yeah, like the Shard. Would you want to clean the Shard?
I don't think I'd want to clean a particular building.
No.
I think I'd want to clean like a spaceship.
That would be sick.
You know, like a, what is it, SpaceX?
Yeah,
like a shuttle.
like a rocket.
Yeah, shuttle.
Yeah.
Spaceship makes me sound like I'm 2 years old. Shuttle. That would be badass.
What is your least favourite thing to clean?
Tarmac driveways.
Describe the Uncleanables to someone who's never watched it.
Two cretins talking about cleaning for about 10% of a podcast episode and then making you laugh for the rest of it.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Robbie Williams' Angel.
And then give us the chorus. Right. What do you spend the most time doing in the day?
Cleaning windows.
Cleaning windows. Ladder or water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole.
Most houses you've cleaned in a single shift?
33.
Weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
A loyalty card from a Skegness. What them like where they put the 2p machines. Found one of them in a gutter in Nottingham. And a toy gun was in there as well.
Most famous person you've ever worked with or for?
Worked for Twiggy off the radio.
Really?
Yeah.
Largest, you don't do pressure washing, do you?
No.
No. Largest window cleaning job you've done?
I've got one regular that's like 45 quid. I stick to normal window cleaning.
Houses, yeah. Worst part of your day?
Oh, cleaning windows.
If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you choose?
Oh, I like that. London Eye.
London Eye.
That'd be an interesting.
Least favourite thing to clean?
Conservatories and patio doors. Yeah, just annoying.
If you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who's never watched it, how would you describe us?
Fun, family, probably not family.
It's definitely not family.
That must be it.
Yeah, last year they had like their carpet machines turning on. I'm so glad they're not doing it. I'll ask you that one again. If you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who hasn't seen it, how would you describe us?
Fun, entertaining, informative. Informative's good, and it's enjoying to watch. It keeps me going for my morning. That's what I do on my morning.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Anything, I'll sing anything, you know.
Go for it.
I'll sing anything. Not
Give
now.
us a verse.
Not now, I can't do that here.
Alright, it's all done, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. So what do you spend the most time doing during the day? Working day.
Probably
Window cleaning.
Yeah.
Ladder or water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole.
How many houses have you cleaned in a single shift?
Maximum ever.
Yeah.
Probably 12.
The last person I've done this with said 12 as well. Weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
Weirdest thing, probably air freshener canister.
That's very strange. Most famous person or influential person you've worked with?
Worked with?
Or worked for?
Worked for. The most famous property I've done is Cilla Black's house.
Cilla Black, very nice. Largest pressure washing job in square metres?
Probably KFC Southend, which is probably about 500.
What's the worst part of your day?
Worst part?
Yeah. If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you choose? London Eye, that's a good one. Least favourite thing to clean?
Least favourite? Glass conservatory roofs.
Oh. If you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who's never watched it, well, how would you do that?
A very light, enjoyable, funny podcast about exterior cleaning.
And what's your go-to karaoke song?
Go-to karaoke song? I don't karaoke.
Don't karaoke, fair enough. Cheers, Jay. What do you spend your time doing most in the day?
Window cleaning.
Ladder or water-fed pole?
Water-fed pole.
How many houses have you cleaned in a single shift?
21.
Weirdest thing you've ever found in a gutter?
Toy dinosaur.
Toy dinosaur, I found one of them actually. Most famous person you've worked for?
I live in the middle of nowhere, there's no famous people about.
Fair enough. Do you do pressure washing?
Not yet.
No.
Looking at it today.
Largest window cleaning job you've done?
I think of school.
School. Worst part of your day?
Getting up in the morning.
If you could clean any famous landmark, what one would you choose?
Trafalgar Square, I'm quite nice.
Square. Least favourite thing to clean?
Conservatories at times.
Yep. And have you seen the podcast before?
Yes.
If you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who's never watched it, how would you describe it?
Just fun.
Fun. Go-to karaoke song?
Mr. Brightside.
Give us a verse.
No chance.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is it on?
It's on.
Yeah.
What do you spend your time doing most in the day?
Most in the day, being nice to my wife because she runs she's the real
boss.
The real boss, yeah.
Ladder or water-fed pole?
Definitely water-fed pole.
Most houses you cleaned in a single shift?
It's probably it probably is about 25, but it killed me, and it was from like 6 in the morning till
brutal
late. Yeah.
Weirdest thing you found in a gutter?
Some Johnnies full of weed. So I think it was like the kids
hiding
like
it.
A teenager
Loved it.
Pulled it. Yeah, I was like, what the stinks? Like my gutter back stinks, and it was they've obviously done that to do it make it waterproof, and then like put it in there. And I had to take. I took it. I was like grass. I went straight. I was like, this kid is getting grounded. Do you know what I mean? I was like, sorry, Mrs. Jones, I've just found these. She was like, oh.
It wasn't mine, I promise.
Yeah.
Most famous person you've worked for?
Most famous person I've worked for? I can't. They'll sue me because of the NDA.
Second most famous person you've worked for?
I haven't worked for any famous people. No.
Largest pressure washing job in square metres?
It was probably one of the worst jobs I did. It was for a nursery. It was about 10 car parks. It was a thick. They had never been cleaned. I don't know the square metres. We don't work off square metres. We normally. I just way underquoted it. Yeah, it was massive.
Worst part of your day?
Worst part of the day is. I don't know. I'm quite positive. I don't look at I don't have a worst part of the day.
That's a good answer. If you could clean any famous landmark, what would you choose?
I'd like to do Old Trafford, just school boyhood dream, but really I'm from Lincoln, so the Lincoln Cathedral will be amazing.
Amazing. Least favourite thing to clean?
Least favourite? Do you know what I just don't like?
Yeah.
When you're on a pressure washing job, just the hose pipe, just a normal
So anything further away than the front of the van?
Yeah, mate, I don't mind doing any job, I'll dig my hand into whatever, I'll put it in, I'll get shit in my face, I'll get rubbish in my face. I just do not like that household hose pipe. It just always gets tangled. It kills me.
If you could describe the Uncleanables to someone who's not seen it before, how would you describe it?
2 spiffing fellows that are dangerous with their poles.
That's quality. And what's your go-to karaoke song?
Enrique Iglesias, You Can Be My Hero.
You're going to give us a verse?
I'll start the bit where it goes, would you laugh? and he does the laugh. He's like,
Thank you very much.
No worries.